This just in. Vladimir Putin has threatened to detonate a nuke over the U.S. And the McRib is back. Zinza binduwa. Was like a mind dancing.
And for those of you who think that's racist, you just don't understand this language.
Yeah. God, you bigots.
Can't help it. You're not bilingual. Oh, the Asian languages are too hard.
Yeah. It's like my grandfather used to say. Asana, come on over here. Let me tell you something. Hey, what's up? Welcome back, Sigmas. Another edition of Here's Your Apology, HYA. I'm Nate. This is producer Levi. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah. So it is now fall in the Pacific Northwest. And what that means to us is that God once again reminds us who the hell is in charge of the weather.
There's literally like a cutoff switch.
Yeah.
It was
like 90.
Highs of 75 as it was cooling down. Highs of 75. And then all of a sudden one day in the forecast it's like highs of 59.
Yeah.
From then on, like literally one day it just decided now it's fall or basically winter because it doesn't get much. I mean, it gets colder here, but like it's still like weird how like it literally lined up to like before and after the switch.
Right. Just
there was no like speckle of like, oh, we still got a couple of, 70-degree days mixed in there. It was like all of a sudden we're going consistent in the 70s. And then now we're consistent in the 50s. Mm-hmm. Nothing mixed in there.
I feel like Northwest men.
Yeah.
Like as tough as we are cutting down trees.
Everybody who lives in the Northwest knows how to cut down a tree.
Yeah, and that's true. I feel like the first day it rains,
the seasonal
I can feel tears well up.
Yeah. Seasonal depression begins and you're like, okay, I woke up at my normal time and it's still dark. It's raining. And this is what it's going to be like for the next 9 months.
9 months, dude.
Yeah. And people who don't live in rainy climates don't get it. And I've only lived here for like 3 years maybe in this area. Mm-hmm. And it is taking its toll. I was like, maybe I'll get used to the rain. Maybe I'll just like adapt to the...
No, you're going to cry and develop wrinkles, my friend.
I don't adapt to the rain. I don't like it. It's never something that I'm happy to see.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, well, you are a desert people.
I'm a desert. I grew up in the desert, so It didn't rain much.
Jalisco.
I lived in LA. Didn't rain much.
Illegally.
And then I lived in Portland. Rains all the freaking time. But like my whole life, I've been in dry climates. So it's going to take more than 3 years to climatize me to this depressing freaking weather.
Yeah.
But I'll get there.
Yeah,
maybe,
no, you
hopefully.
will. I remember our first 4 years on this side of the mountains. I was like depressed. And then 1 year when it started to go away, I was like, oh, I can kind of handle this now.
Okay.
Like it was a thing.
So there is a turning point.
I feel like there is. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I still don't like it.
A little bit of hope.
Yeah.
At least.
I still don't like it, but it's not like...
it's not the end of the world. When It's like, well, winter's here. Time to
but also
nothing with your life.
That first 70-degree day, you appreciate it so much more.
Nothing like it.
Nothing
Beautiful
like it.
Summers over here.
And in celebration of the fall, I made us a special drink. It's a pumpkin scone what is it? Caramel vanilla pumpkin scone whiskey and Coke.
Yep. That's
Levi, what's your honest critique and review? And remember, I can handle a heavy critique.
You put caramel syrup in this?
Pumpkin caramel scone. Flavored syrup?
Is it like latte syrup?
Yeah.
Interesting. Do they do that with like drinks? Do they do that?
Yeah. You've never had a Pendleton and vanilla Coke? Bro.
I guess I don't think of vanilla Coke as like adding vanilla syrup to Coke. I think of it as like its own beverage.
Yeah.
But you added caramel pumpkin to this?
Mm-hmm. Is it good?
It's interesting. It's not bad. It's just
no,
like,
you can critique it. I've never done it before.
No, it's not bad. It's
I feel like it's sugary.
Yeah, it feels like I'm mostly drinking caramel syrup.
Yeah. A mouthful of...
And it kind of sticks to the roof of your mouth. It's interesting. It tastes like a dessert whiskey drink that doesn't taste like whiskey and mostly tastes like dessert.
And most... like a mouthful of cake. Like
literally, like if I took the bottle of caramel syrup that you do ice cream sundaes with and just into my mouth, that is exactly what it tastes like. It's good though.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
in a good way, you know? It's like,
yeah.
Like in a good way. I'm the type of person that even if I don't like a drink, I'm going to drink it.
So you don't like my drink?
All I'm saying is it doesn't matter because I'm going to drink it. So at the very least, thank you for making me the drink.
I thought we were friends.
I said thank you.
I wish you were dead.
I said thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
The thought that counts really in this situation because the drink itself really shouldn't count. You don't want the drink to count.
Yeah.
Because of the drink itself.
Yeah. I appreciate that because you are caring about my feelings when you don't have to.
No. I'm going to finish it.
And so you choose
I'm going to finish it. All right. Well, let's just jump into this. Are you a McRib guy?
I don't even know because I haven't had one since like elementary school.
That means you're not.
Okay.
You would know if you were a McRib guy.
Right.
The reason I bring it up, the McRib is back, as we all know, as we've heard by now. And
at this point, it's seasonal.
They're saying it's the last time. They're saying this is the farewell tour, although they have said that in the past.
A couple times.
And I'm not a McRib guy either, but I imagine that the McRib guy is the guy who falls for this stupid marketing scheme where they're like, this is the last time.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Let's do this.
We got to load up on McRibs.
I'm going to eat McRibs until I hate McRibs.
And those are the people. I'm going to
get in on this.
Those are the people who are the McRib guys, you know?
The McRib guy is like a guy who got his GED but still kind of does okay for himself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, he like drives a Ford Focus from like 2008 that is in perfect condition because he's just like takes care of it like it's a child hot rod or something.
Yeah. He always buys the biggest firecrackers on 4th of July.
Yeah.
Like he gets the illegal ones and he's like, let's fucking do this.
Brags about it.
Yeah.
He takes a girl on a first date and he orders the large popcorn, but he brought his own bag, empties the popcorn and goes get the refill immediately. You know people like that? You ever know someone like that? That's the McRib guy.
The McRib guy is the dude who goes into 7-Eleven and gets like a small soda, right? No ice, and then a cup of ice.
Yeah.
And then a large cup. The McRib guy fucks his mom's friends.
Yeah. He's the guy who sends unsolicited dick pics to everybody.
To celebrities.
Yeah. He drinks caramel syrup in his whiskey colas.
Yeah. The McRib guy shampoos his hair with bar soap.
Yeah. It's all soap. Soap, all right?
Soap is soap.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Irish Spring.
And you have to be that type of person to believe every time that they roll out the McRib that this is the last time they're gonna roll it.
Yeah, they believe it. They believe it wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
The McRib guy cries when his football team loses in the playoffs.
Yes, definitely. So you're not a McRib guy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Either. I think I've had it once to try it, and I like kind of gagged in my mouth and like threw up in my mouth a little bit immediately. Just the texture. I think the texture was disgusting. But I will say, like, the pictures of it smothered in barbecue sauce, they make it look really good. And when you watch somebody eat a McRib, they make it look good. When they eat it, it's just like a little messy, and then it like the meat,
it's kind of on their face.
And the meat's not like hard to bite through. It's just like,
yeah.
And it looks good.
You never see them spitting out little cartilage, or yeah,
like,
like
exactly. But then
swallows.
And then whenever I've tried it, I've literally thought it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had from McDonald's.
What does it taste like? Like, it looks like it would taste like meatloaf with barbecue sauce.
It mostly just tastes like the barbecue sauce. The meat is just like
kind of
a texture. Yeah, exactly. It's just like an additional texture.
Wow.
But the flavor you want is just the barbecue sauce. I'm the McRib guy who, like, I try it because it looks good when somebody else eats it, not because it's like now it's here and it's leaving, you know?
Right. It's not like an urgency.
So like, but now that it's out and now that I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I haven't, like, maybe I know they suck. You know, but I'm like, but maybe they don't suck. Maybe people like them. They make them look good.
Right. Maybe
it's been like long enough where I'm like,
my tastes have changed a bit.
Should I try the McRib? I mean, this is the last time it's gonna be. You know,
it is the last time. What would you do if you were out on a date? Well, let's say you and your wife were just dating, and you were going for a cheap date. You go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you order a Big Mac and whatever, and your date, a girl, orders a fucking McRib. What kind of animal have you attracted?
Yeah. I didn't even know if females eat McRibs.
It might be illegal.
I don't think I've ever seen
it. Should be illegal.
I don't think I've ever seen a woman eating a McRib.
No, never. That is solely a specific, like a white guy.
Yeah.
That is a white guy food.
For
the
sure.
McRib. And I guarantee they have ED chemicals in it or something. Making your pee-pees not work.
So who is upset that it's leaving? Who's the crowd? Are there any people left? Or do you think this is kind of like a last push to be like, okay, we'll stop with the McRib?
Yeah, but we have a whole bunch still we need to get rid of.
Yeah, we just had to do it. And also, like, it was a quick money grab every time we wanted to do it.
Yeah, it's a nostalgia thing.
Our stock was down. We're like, let's get a little boost, bring the McRib back.
Yeah.
But now,
Franklin wants to do it every so often.
We don't want you guys to be doing any testing on the meat. So the less we do it, the better it is for us, actually.
Yeah. Look, when the FDA has no idea when we're going to roll out the McRib, they can't scramble enough agents to bust all of us, okay? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So we'll put it out limited time, and we'll get rid of all this meat. Yeah. We only have so many left. This is our last time this time.
Yeah.
Until next time.
They're definitely going to keep bringing it back.
Yeah, they
100%.
are. It's got to have some sort of mind control chemical in it because, you know, they want to control...
I don't think you even need a mind control chemical for that crowd.
Oh, yeah, it's just marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're never going to have it again. It's like, oh, shit.
Let's go.
Oh, shit.
It's like, you know who else eats McRibs? Soldiers. Join today.
Yeah. U.S. military.
Yeah. Sponsored by the McRib. It's leaving this time. So join today.
Yeah. It's leaving this time. Seriously. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the McRib guy, but talking about it does make me curious.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, man. It's marketing. Like, we can't help it. But be like,
fuck, it is going away. I never eat at McDonald's ever, but it's going away, so I'm gonna eat it.
But it wasn't here a month ago, but now for some reason I have to have it because it's going away.
Yeah,
it wasn't even here.
Yeah, we didn't even consider.
I didn't care at all.
Yeah, we didn't even consider the fact that it went away for a reason.
Yeah,
we let it go away because it went away because no one was fucking. If people were buying them, it wouldn't have gone away.
Yeah,
it'd still be here.
It goes away because people can only eat so many before they're like, this is actually kind of gross.
Yeah.
And then they stop buying them. So there's like literally only a certain amount that they are able to sell.
Or even like maybe they're recognizing patterns in their life. Like every time I eat because if it's always offered, then you can recognize the pattern associated. I eat one of these and my mouth gets dry and I have a gigantic headache. Like all these side effects from the McRib.
Well, if they do truly kill off the McRib for good this time, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's official, then what is gonna be the new McRib? Are they gonna introduce a new item, or is there something that they're gonna take away that's currently on there that they're gonna bring back seasonally, like Taco Bell nacho fries? Very similar groups.
Very similar.
The Taco Bell nacho fries and the McRib group, very similar groups. So what's the next? Like, there's gonna be a hole in everybody's heart.
Probably nuggets.
And in the market, really, there's a hole in the market with the McRib. Nuggets are too generic. The McRib is unique, you know.
Yeah.
They need to have, and it's got to be a thing,
like a chicken wrap, because that's an obscure item.
You know,
I don't even know if it's on the menu right now.
Yeah, they
could go. The chicken wrap
come and go. Yeah.
I don't even know that.
But you know what I think would be another good one? The fillet of fish.
Ooh,
that has a cult.
Yeah,
audience.
I love fillet of fish.
Take it off the menu.
Now you're fucking what?
Then bring it back.
No, but that's a beloved item.
Make it, yeah, but if you make it the McRib, then it's not beloved enough.
Don't you fucking do it, McDonald's.
They need to. There's a hole in the market now. They need to replace the McRib with something.
There will be a hole in someone's head if they take off the filet chauffé.
Do you
fillet of fish?
Do you really get that?
I love the fillet of fish.
Really?
Yes.
I've never even had it, but it looks disgusting.
I will stomp on the head of a puppy for a fillet of fish. I love that sandwich.
I've never had it. But I judge it so hard, and I judge the people who have it so hard.
I'm good with that because it is delicious.
I don't know why. I like fish. I don't know why I judge it so hard. When I worked,
it's probably a stigma to it, you know.
Well, plus I worked at McDonald's.
There's a stigma to it.
I worked at McDonald's when I was 14 to 17, and the fillet of fish, you would steam the bun. Unlike all the other burgers, you toasted the bun. You would steam the bun, so it'd look all like.
Yeah.
I felt like soggy steamed bread sounded disgusting.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be soggy, but soft.
But
soft.
the idea of it being steamed made me think it would be soggy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But also the fish is supposed to be crunchy.
Is it crunchy?
A little crunchy. Supposed to be.
I might have to try it.
It's delicious, man.
And if they take it out, that could be the new McRib. I feel like it's the same size audience as the McRib.
Do you really?
It's got to be similar.
I feel like, unlike the fillet of fish, the McRib audience wasn't developed until after they took it away. Fillet of fish, I love from the beginning, bro.
Yeah, but it's still like a niche cult audience.
Is it?
A cult following. Yeah, because most people don't order the fillet of fish.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I worked there, we would make one every other day or something.
No shit?
Yeah. And it had its own oil vat that you had to put in so that nothing else tasted like fish.
Oh.
It was a whole thing. But so I think it's small enough. There's more people are ordering the McRib when it comes out than regularly order a fillet of fish.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
That's just McScience for you.
Oh. Right from the McTitties.
Well, if you're a, our apologies if you are a McRib guy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mostly because this is it. It's not coming back. It
ain't coming back yet.
And they just buy it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. This is the last time it's going to be on the menu. The McRib guy is the guy. By the way, this is the last one. The McRib guy is the guy who sits in his backyard with his swim trunks on, like just tanning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Maybe the sprinkler hits his legs a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, do you want to get one when they come out? And
Yeah, let's get one.
Try it.
Let's get one. Why not? Maybe some luck will come our way.
The marketing worked. I'm going to buy a McRib.
It is the last time.
I will
after
say,
all.
I'm not excited about it, though.
But I'm not happy about it.
I'm just doing it, okay? I'm just doing it. There's like an awareness, you know? Like a true McRib guy doesn't have the awareness that I have right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat it. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. It's
Yeah.
different.
You'll definitely.
Sure, the marketing still got my money,
Yeah, sure.
but it's different.
It is different. Yeah, one's a dare and one's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Plus, here's the
I'm
thing.
only going to have one. I'm not going to continuously go back through the month of November while they're available to get them because this is the last. There's a difference.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's move on to our next topic, Halloween. What are you dressing up as? Do you dress up?
Yeah. Last year, I went as Webster. This year, I think I'm going to go as Barack Obama.
Okay. I could see you being a middle-aged Barack.
Yeah, thank you.
I just went home and visited my family, and we carved pumpkins, which is tradition.
You do that every year.
Gotta do it, man.
That's pretty cool.
I'm big into those traditions, you know?
Yeah, you're a tradition guy.
Yeah. So we dressed up as The Rock and Emily Blunt from
Journey?
Jungle Cruise.
The fuck is Jungle Cruise?
A movie and a ride in Disneyland. You don't?
I thought you were gonna say Jumanji. Jungle Cruise.
Yeah,
Jungle Cruise?
The Rock and Emily Blunt were in Jungle Cruise.
Wait, who's Emily Blunt then?
So this is what we dressed up like.
Okay.
Pretty accurate, right?
That's pretty good.
Not too bad for goodwill in it.
That's pretty good.
Throwing it together with some
really?
pieces, yeah. It's official.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what we did. But you don't dress up or what?
Usually I don't.
Not even like a mask or nothing?
Sometimes. No. Okay, I lied. The last we do dress up. So last year we went as Colonel Sanders, and my wife went as a chicken.
Okay, all right.
And the year before that, I went as Bob Ross, and she went as my painting.
Okay, so you do.
Yeah, I mean we do.
Okay, so what are you dressing up as this year?
This year I'm gonna go as a single mom.
Okay.
And my wife is going as a welfare check. No,
Have you even talked about it with your wife yet?
No.
Better get on.
I know. What the hell should I go as?
Yeah, because at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Getting down to it.
Yeah.
Because you guys get trick-or-treaters here, right?
Yeah.
We don't get trick-or-treaters at my house.
No?
No.
What would you do?
So there's
if
no
you
point
did?
for me to even dress up or anything.
Yeah.
But I still might. Just because my wife's gone on Halloween, so I'm just going to dress up and sit by myself
At my house.
And like I'll just.
You got to come over here.
Yeah, I'll come over. But like if I'm just waiting for trick-or-treaters. Last year, that's what we ended up doing. We're just like sitting there waiting to see. Because it was our first Halloween in that house.
Right.
In the neighborhood. And I was like, there's no way people come to this neighborhood to trick or treat. There's like 5 houses on the road. It's like walking, a block in between each house.
Uphill.
Like, there's like, neighborhoods like this where there's like a lot of houses that you could just hit all at once.
Yeah.
That's where you go. No one's coming here. And so, but my wife didn't, believe me. And so
she didn't listen.
We hung out at the house.
Never listened.
And no trick-or-treaters came.
No, zero?
Zero. Not even our neighbors' grandkids came, So I was like...
And you live by like an old folks home.
Yeah.
So they have
kids.
They have grandkids.
They did not come knock on the door. And I was like, thank God, because A, I'm not into that. And B...
Candy!
Told you so.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweeter than candy. Did you pull that card?
I mean, yeah. I was... Yeah.
What'd you say? Were you like, hey,
that's
Ariel?
We didn't have candy before Halloween. So we had to rush and we ended up getting bags of candy. And I'm like, we're not even going to get a single one. We're going to end up having a ton of leftover candy. And that's exactly what happened.
Levi, we live in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
We're going to have trick-or-treaters.
We're gonna. Yeah.
$75 in Snickers later.
I mean, really. And then you just end up eating bags of candy because you got them, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saving it for next year.
Yeah. 1 minute you're...
I'm not a McRib eater.
Yeah.
Buys all this Halloween candy the day after Halloween.
Yeah, you got your...
for next year.
You got your fucking... You're not one of those McRib eaters that got, 4 knuckles in a candy dish
exactly
on Halloween with his porch light off.
I'm not. Yeah, you're not one of those McRib eaters who's like, 1 for you, 2 for me, 1 for you,
yeah,
2 for me.
McRib eaters, trick or treat.
Yeah,
trick or treat after like an acceptable age.
Yeah,
they're the
yes,
fucking McRibbers.
Yeah, they're like, if I put on enough makeup, they won't know how old I am.
Yeah.
When I lived in Portland, we had carved pumpkins, and we put them on the step. And on Halloween, that
McRibbers came.
We did get trick or treaters at that house.
Oh,
people came. Some kids came and smashed the pumpkins. And my Ring doorbell had just died, so I didn't even catch it. I didn't even catch it on camera, and my wife was all like shooken up from it, And I was just like, this happens on Halloween. Literally,
she was shooken up from
my whole life where I grew up. Kids would do stuff like this on Halloween. It's not cool. Like, doesn't make it okay, but it's fine. They're not going to come back.
They're not going to, like, pumpkin smashers aren't murderers.
Yeah, exactly.
They're McRib eaters.
They're not coming into, like, try and rob us of our whole candy.
No, they're just toilet paper. Toilet paper
in
the egg.
to the next house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to climate activists are attacking the art world because for some reason, I don't know why they chose arts, but they're attacking artists in order to make their frustration known, I guess, awareness, right? This is getting international news.
Right.
They're destroying paintings by throwing something on it, and then they quickly quick super glue, and then they stick their hand to like the frame or to the floor or to the wall, and it's happening all over the place. It's been happening all year, where that is the new move for climate activists is super glue your hand to something that important.
Yeah.
And then start screaming about the climate.
Yeah. This is this generation's Macarena.
Yeah.
It's just so annoying when you do it.
And it's like the fact that it's a trend just makes me lose so much respect for these already pathetic climate activists because it's not an effective way to do it. And B, come up with something original.
Or a solution.
You see like one guy do the hand glue thing. Next time, you do something else.
Yeah.
When is somebody gonna light themselves on fire? Don't they do stuff like that?
Yeah, throw yourself off a cliff, you puss.
Be creative. If you're gonna do the same old thing, I don't want to read another headline about some climate activist gluing their hand to a piece of art because it's been done.
It's been done.
You're lame. Your message is the same.
You're white noise.
It becomes stale.
Stagnant.
Look at this. This is a Monet. Quick. Super glue. Look at that. Quick.
Wow.
If security was right there and they tackled them before the super glue, and then they start shouting. People are starving. People are freezing. People are dying.
Wow.
We are in a climate catastrophe.
And you were afraid of tomatoes.
All of you are afraid of tomato soup and mashed potatoes on a painting.
I'm afraid of you because you
know what I'm afraid of?
Lord of the Rings.
You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid because science tells us that we won't be able to feed our families in 2050.
Wow.
So let me show you how afraid I am by destroying this painting.
You know how?
And this is just one example of this on repeat pretty much. Like I said, there's no like originality when it comes to this. It's
Right,
like,
it's the same
oh,
shit.
that got headlines. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it in the Louvre. I'm gonna do it to a Monet. I'm gonna do it to a Van Gogh.
Mashed potatoes. I'm gonna use mashed potatoes. I'll use nacho cheese.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah,
But we're all gluing our hands.
that's the.
Okay?
Yeah. You can pour whatever substance you want as long as you glue your hand.
Yeah. Glue your hand and say your message. The best one is those guys at the Porsche dealership.
The scientists at the Porsche
yeah.
dealership.
These brilliant heroes.
Yeah.
They're fighting the fight at the Porsche dealership.
Yeah. So they glued their hand to a Porsche stage, an electric vehicle display.
In front of an electrical vehicle display.
Yeah. And they, for the same reason, to talk about the climate. And then the employees left them there and like locked them in. And they got all mad about it. Like talking about how they should have like been providing like places for them to go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
Wow.
That's why these people are the worst.
These
you know?
entitled scientists.
But let me show you this article real quick. These groups, there's two groups called Just Stop Oil and Ultima Generacion, which means last generation. So these are the groups that are responsible for doing this.
Mm-hmm.
They're funded, according to this Forbes article, they are funded by
If you say Soros, I'm going to shit my pants.
nonprofits that are nonprofits from oil companies. So they're nonprofits set up by oil companies. Now these oil companies are paying these activists to do stuff like this. Literally, they've given them $1 million this year to do stuff like this, and they call it bringing awareness. Right?
Wow.
But this is just committing a crime,
Yeah.
and they're paying them to do it.
Yeah. They're paying them literally to commit a crime.
Yeah. Which feels wrong. And also, why are they the oil companies
Doing it?
Why are their nonprofits the ones that are combating with oil? You know, like,
yeah. You think it would be the opposite?
They're obviously just doing this for like attention, the international attention that it gets, because
And
the
the $1 million
things that they say as are just so general and vivid, and they're just so general, and they're not like offering any solutions. Like, check this one out. This is the Van Gogh they poured tomato soup on.
Okay. Let's hear your message. Blip.
And then quick, the glue. Quick, where'd I put it? Where'd I put that?
Hurry. Hurry. Oh my gosh, they're coming. Security's coming.
This is the slowest, lamest.
Yeah, their security is a guy named Lonnie. And he's getting there.
What is worth more, art or life?
Art.
They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup.
Okay, calm down, Greta.
They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup. This is the message. This is the problem that we're trying to solve here. Did you know that there's families who can afford soup, but they can't afford to heat it? There's families in...
Oh, we got soup.
There's families in the world eating cold soup, and you're sitting in your house with your hot soup that you threw in the microwave.
Yeah. All cocky with your warm soup and your art.
Like, the fact that they obviously aren't getting any message across at all shows how they're kind of like the paid opposition of the oil companies.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because they're so easily hateable.
And you know, like you were saying earlier, if you get these people to be crazy so that people look at them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're like, I'm not like them.
Yeah,
You know,
like
they're crazy. And then you start to lean more on towards the oil side, because these are the nonprofits who are funding these activists.
Yeah, you're demonizing.
They're owned by the oil companies.
Yeah.
So why would you send people out there to try and make you look bad by making them look crazy?
Yeah.
Make the people who are trying to make you look bad look crazy.
Yep.
Problem solved.
The end. You make them look crazy, or you make them look racist or bigoted in any way.
This is just a move.
Yeah, it's a chess move for sure by the oil companies.
The activist groups in Europe receive funds from the Los Angeles-based Climate Energy Fund, CEF, a philanthropic group created in 2019 to support environmental activism. The activist group also shares a surprising financial lifeline, heirs to 2 American families that became famously rich from oil. That's in the New York Times. Okay? So it's true. 2 relatively new nonprofit organizations, which the oil scions helped found, are funding dozens of protest groups dedicated to interrupting business as usual through civil disobedience, mostly in the United States, in Europe, and Canada.
It's racketeering.
We support the brave activists waking up the public to the climate emergency, the California Fund says in its website. It has given a total of $1 million to Just Stop Oil and Ultima Generacion, Last Generation. So they've given $1 million, and they're like, they don't decry these crimes that these people are doing. They're saying we support them because of the message that they have. The funds, according to CEF, go to finance only legal activities such as training, education, travel, printing, and recruitment recruitment costs.
How much goes to glue?
The grant recipients must confirm that the money has not been spent on activities prohibited by law. Yeah, so who paid for that glue? Who paid for that can of soup you wasted?
Who paid for the taters?
They literally waste a can of soup.
Who paid for the taters?
That family might not be able to afford to heat up that can of soup, but guess what? You just threw away that can of soup. Now they can't have it at all.
Yeah, now we'll never know.
They could have maybe
if they really could.
Maybe they could have used like body heat in some sort, like held it close to their body and went for a jog or something like that.
Yeah, and
at least got it above room temp.
And also,
but now we'll never know. We deserve a better form of criminal,
like a Weather Underground.
Like I want to, like if these, because this is such a trend, like
take someone out,
like people are doing it. I want to meet the leader. Like let's get some sort of evil villain type of Joker going.
Yes,
like the one who's sending these kids out.
Yeah,
show your face. This is your moment. Branding has never been more powerful than it is today.
Yeah,
you could release yourself, or you could introduce yourself as like a evil villain,
the Wicked Witch.
But you're really you're doing it on the guise of helping the climate.
Yeah.
So you can go destroy museums, rob museums, take the expensive paintings, whatever, and glue your hand to stuff.
Yeah.
And be that villain
hero
that thinks they're a hero.
You go to jail, they bust you out.
Also, whether you like approve of whether the funds are going towards the illegal activity or not, the people in your group are doing illegal activities. So shouldn't you just disavow them as individuals? Maybe be like, we don't want people like this doing illegal stuff in our group, instead of saying we didn't pay for any of the illegal stuff. Yes, that's our group. Yes, we've paid $1 million to these 2 groups, but we didn't pay for the illegal stuff, okay? They did that on their own.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of them then.
That was a totally solo call.
Yeah.
They went rogue on the illegal stuff.
But the message, what they were shouting once they glued their hand, we're totally on board with that. That's
everything outside of the illegal realm, we were a part of funding.
We were told they bought that glue with personal funds.
Yeah. We were told they all had, 40-hour-a-week jobs and afforded their own glue.
It's crazy times we're living in, man.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to all crumble, or do you think we're going to, like, hang on and then kind of, like, figure it out and make our way back?
I think
a functioning kind of society where everyone kind of has mutual respect for each other, and we're like, almost lost it there for a second.
We're close, like when you have like a little bit of a drinking problem in high school, but you snap out of it in college, and everybody you love is like, whoa, whew, good. You know?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna snap back.
Yeah.
Yeah, either that or we're going so fast downhill, right into. We're gonna fly this plane right into the mountain
what do you think
fast.
is like actually gonna happen? Like most likely.
I think there will be a long time of turning this thing around,
But we'll get there.
but I think we'll get there.
It's just a wide turn radius, but we'll like nick the edge of destruction a little bit as we turn around.
Yep.
But it won't be a complete head-on collision.
Yeah, we're gonna have a dent in our bumper, but I think we'll be all right in the long run. But I don't know what it's gonna take.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
Yeah,
It's definitely not going to take people gluing their hand to things and yelling about what they care about, as if that's a way to even get people to care about the thing that you care about, because it's not.
That needs to be on a shirt.
I'm never going to listen to the person shouting after they just threw a fit and be like, they're making some good points. You know what? Yes. You know what?
You've changed my mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of, like, that's the equivalent of like holding your breath as a child until you get what you want.
Exactly. And as an adult, it's not gonna work.
No.
I don't have the patience for that. And I would rather the world crumble and burn than watch you be right and get your way.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're a child. You don't know anything.
Yeah, if you give in
Neither
to
do
that
I,
behavior,
honestly, when it comes to the climate. So.
yeah, and just like kids, like if you allow them to get away with this behavior, they grow up and they display this kind of behavior because you never changed it.
Exactly.
It's like the same.
Like these people all have screamed at their mom full volume.
Get the fuck out of my room, Becky.
Hate you! They've literally have screamed in their mom's face.
They call their moms by their first names.
Yes, they have no respect or love in their heart for
Fuck you, Joan.
Anybody but themselves.
Yeah.
They don't even really care about the climate that much because they wish that people that they didn't agree with died. You know, like, and when the climate and natural disaster and all that's happening, that's gonna happen. So
yeah,
ultimately, that's what they want. They want the climate disaster. It's an identity for them.
Yeah.
It gives them a villain, you know, the people who, not even the people who are against them, the people who just are indifferent and don't care, or, you know, they're also the enemy, and they can be virtuous heroes without actually having to do anything, because what can you do other than get yourself arrested by doing something stupid?
Exactly.
For what you think is a virtuous reason.
Well, let me ask you this. If tomorrow the climate crisis was solved, right? Like, hey guys, good news.
Unlimited energy.
Yeah. Hey, the climate crisis, it's over. Yeah. Turns out.
Found a way to run cars, everything.
It was another
one thing.
Yeah, it was another. We solved it. Anyway, so it's over, right? Like, it's proven over.
Yeah.
What do these people do?
Do
they move to a different thing?
They get mad at people for something else. Like, it's like, oh well, I'm also a vegan and people are still eating meat, so I'm gonna go dump this can of sauce on a painting and talk about how I think you should stop eating meat, not because of anything to do with the climate, but just because you're a murderer.
Just go scream about another thing.
Exactly.
And they get another $1 million from the beef companies.
Exactly. It's all manipulation.
Yeah.
And at what point, like at how many articles is it like the awareness has happened? We're aware, okay? You did this for awareness. We're all aware.
Al Gore told us.
We're all paying attention now.
Remember?
We're all looking at you. Okay. What about the climate?
Say it again.
What about it? So what about it, though?
Yeah.
It's coming to an end? Okay,
okay,
cool.
What about it?
So what about it? Yeah. But I definitely don't know anything really about it. And whenever I do talk to people who obviously
sound like they know.
Yeah, they like care about it because of where they stand politically or whatever. I go, okay, legitimately, I don't know anything about it. Tell me about it. And they're just like, They don't know either. They don't know either. I'm like, I'm always honest about it. I don't really have opinions when it comes to climate change stuff because I don't know anything, and I feel like they're not doing a good job of communicating the information that they don't care so much about.
Right.
And so like what is the whole issue really?
And they're like, well, and then they sell it like it's
they don't
a
even
selling
know.
point. Like, look, do you want longer summers? You're like, absolutely.
Like nobody even knows.
I'm
all we know is
climate change.
All we know is that there's been a consensus among some scientists because of some sort of computer models, because of I don't know.
Yeah, the same scientists who are gluing their freaking telescope fingers
yeah, exactly.
onto the floor in front of an electric car
like,
that they claim to support.
Now they're gonna listen to us. Like, they didn't listen to us when we all made a consensus and we said the world's going to end because of climate change. So now if we go glue our hands to something, they're going to take us seriously, and they're going to finally start taking this problem seriously.
Yeah.
They're not going to jail for, like, how long do you think you go to jail for gluing your hand to something like that?
I don't know, an hour?
Exactly. They know that they can get away with it, and it's not going to hurt them very much at all. And so that's the problem here.
Yeah, they're all in a race to be the next Cash Me Outside girl.
Yeah.
Because they saw her,
Exactly. They're like, I could just be an asshole and people will still love me, and
I'll get a
I could
record
be
contract.
Famous. All right. And that's a problem with our society. And that's part of like the destructive, nature of our society.
Is celebrating absolute insane people.
Degeneracy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you can't help it because it's entertaining, but there's still a subsect of the population who is influenced by it. The rest of us are just entertained by it, but these assholes who are influenced by it go do the dumbest things because of it.
Yeah, there's videos flooded on TikTok with like dudes jumping off the porch, landing on their back on a table.
Yeah.
Like there's dozens of them.
Exactly.
Like if that guy can't watch one video of another dude doing it and go, you know what? Maybe that's not for me.
Exactly.
These are the same fucking people.
Yeah. We should be keeping an eye out on these people. They're the most influenced of them all, which means they're going to do something crazy.
Yeah,
the
McRib
rest of
eaters.
us think for ourselves.
I think these guys are McRib eaters too. You know what I think they should do, Levi? Is the government should start a registry for everybody who eats McRibs.
They definitely mostly eat fast food.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And that's not by choice. That's just because that's what they can afford.
Well, they know McRib has zero meat in it.
yeah. They're like,
so they're safe.
Their targets have been important masterpieces in some of the world's best-known museums that, according to the protesters, are meaningful to their cause of bringing attention to the climate crisis. The message is direct. Their countries should not be approving any new gas and oil leases.
Oh, I hope you're listening, government.
Did you guys like Monet? Did you guys like Van Gogh?
You like Shakespeare?
Because we're going to take it all away from you unless you stop with these contracts, okay?
Yeah, but they're so stupid because, number one, they don't even ruin the painting.
I know. It's like cutting in plastic, so they're just like...
Yeah. Yep. They just haul them off. And so, like, they're not even destroying anything. So stupid.
Yeah.
And then if you, like you were saying earlier, like, if you want to be somebody, destroy something. Yep. And also, they're not gluing their hands to the painting.
Yeah.
You want to destroy it? Glue your hand to the fucking painting.
Yeah. Splash the glue on the painting and cover yourself in tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's people out there who care about that stuff. And so let's figure this out, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Do you need me to start caring? Because once I start caring, I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm going to figure it out. Come hell or high water.
But if I don't,
at any expense.
The problem is I just generally don't care.
Yeah. And also in climate, like the climate shit, you were saying earlier that either way, it doesn't matter. Like we have to react,
Right.
Instead of trying to guess what problems
and then force people into the expectation of what could happen because the projection could be completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're doing something that's not even helpful.
Right.
Or we could just wait and see what happens with climate change if it's already too late at this point, and solve the problems as they come. Oh, there's a drought in Italy. Let's figure out how to solve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the water line is raising in this part of the country. Let's figure out how to solve that problem. Versus, we're going to do all this stuff and it might solve the problem, but we don't know for sure.
It might also send us tumbling into the abyss.
Yeah.
So
exactly. It's easier to just solve the problems as they come, and then by the time
mitigate loss.
By the time climate change is at its fullest, most violent effect, we'll have solved a lot of problems up to that point. So that problem, that giant problem, won't be as big of a problem.
Exactly. And right now, the biggest climate problem is these fucking protesters.
Yeah.
So you know what to do.
Start there.
Yeah.
And again, I know
Get
nothing
rid of 'em
about
all.
the climate. So this is just a common sense type of perspective. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Climate bastards. This week's apology goes out to, obviously, the McRib guy. We have to fucking say sorry to him because we're a bit mean. But I'm also sorry that you couldn't live up to your stepdad's high standards. And also the fact that he thought his son was way, way better than you are. I'm sorry that you haven't found love or a napkin because you walk around with sauce on your face. Every McRib guy walks around with sauce on his face. So this goes out to you, McRib guy. This is your apology.